Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, when we talk about religious texts in terms of Islam, there is only one religious text that Muslims hold sacred to the most. That is Quran, the religious book that, according to Muslims, is revealed by God, Allah, to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, around 7th century CE. Now, when we talk about the comparison between the modern day Quran and the oldest Quranic manuscript we have, let's first look what do we have that we call the oldest manuscript of the Quran. We have many old manuscripts such as the Sana Quranic manuscript or the Topkapi manuscript, but in recent years, in 2015, the archaeologists uncovered another manuscript of the Quran that might even possibly date back to the lifetime of the Prophet Muhammad or about 1-2 decades afterwards. And that manuscript is given the name Birmingham Manuscript of the Holy Quran. So this particular manuscript of the Quran was composed of 4 folios and was written on a parchment, and that parchment was made from an animal, either goat or sheep. Now, the Arabic on this manuscript was written in the Hijazi script, which was quite popular back there. Interestingly enough, this manuscript was also offered for carbon dating, and the results were quite astonishing. Now, I'd like you to bear in mind that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, peace be upon him, lived from 570 to 632 CE. And this particular manuscript, was found out to be carbon dated around 568 to 645 CE. So even if we take the extreme bit, 645 CE, it still falls in between a decade or 2 after the Prophet Muhammad's death. That means that the animal whose skin it was written upon would have been alive during the lifetime of the Prophet. That's how early this manuscript is. Now, this manuscript contains parts of chapter 18 to chapter 20. So, let's look at the actual comparison between the two manuscripts. I'll show it on the screen, and the link to the original document which compares the two manuscripts will also be mentioned in the description below. So, a paper was published by Halim Sayyid, and the paper's name was Investigation on the Ancient Quran Folios of Birmingham. And that paper basically, this paper is an academic paper, and it basically compares the two scripts of the Quran, modern day Quran, and the old Hijazi script of the Birmingham folios. And the result of it are quite interesting. This comparison shows the comparison between the semantics, the words, even down to the little details of writing a vowel or for elongation of a word or not. And the results are quite astonishing if you look at it, and I'll narrate the results of all the 4 folios one by one. So the first folio contains 24 lines with 6 verses and 158 words. The difference between the folio of the Birmingham manuscript and the modern day Quran is 0. There is no difference, there is an actual identical similarity. Same with the semantic and phonetic differences, there is no difference. And quite astonishingly, all the folios 1, 2, 3 and 4 all hold consistent with 0 difference in the words, 0% semantic difference and 0% phonetic difference, which means that the oldest Quran is actually identical to the newest or the modern day one. And what does that entail? That basically entails that the Quran from more than 1400 years has been preserved. In Quran, Allah states that Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Inna nahnu nazzalna az-zikra wa inna lahu lahafizun. And indeed, we have sent down this message, and we will be its preserver. Now, that prophecy in the light of modern day technology seems to have been fulfilled, that not even a single word of the Quran has been changed from the Quranic manuscript found a decade after the Prophet's death till now in 2022. the Quran has been always the same. Out of all the Abrahamic faiths, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, only Islam is the one religion that has its manuscripts completely preserved. 100%. And with that, I think I'll take my leave. I've said enough. Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah, we'll see you next time. Allah Hafiz.